What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we're back again to talk about Mindseye. You guys seem to like the last video I did, and I want to go off again on this game simply just because I don't get it. I don't understand what they're doing, and I kind of want to go into a little bit more detail on that. So look, the main thing that I see time and time again is that people don't even know that this game is coming out in literally a month. Now, I'm recording this a few days earlier than you guys are seeing it. It could be like a month from now, depending on what day. June 10th. This game is not a game that's a year out. This is not a game that's 2 years out. This is a game that is 1 month away. And at the time I'm recording this, at least, there's still nothing. There was leaked gameplay that I'm not going to show just in case, they do something strange or crazy with YouTube and all that jazz. But I will be talking about it just a little bit in case you guys... And honestly, it wasn't really all that much. Look, it was actually an interesting car chase situation. The city, it looked pretty good. Visually looked pretty good. There were, they crashed a couple times. That looked fine. The world, though, was very empty. In fact, I don't think I saw a single person, on the street. And you could say, okay, nitpicking much. Not really. It continues to give me this impression that the game is not ready. That's why I bring it up. I don't just say it as a fun little side story. Even in the thing that leaked, and we still haven't even gotten deep dive footage, of this game that comes out in a month from now. We've gotten 20, 30 seconds of gunplay, and then we've gotten car stuff, which, as I talked about in the last video, that one trailer, they just turn onto a highway. That's their car sequence. But even this leaked stuff, yeah, it looks fine. Actually, to be honest with you, the coloring, the lighting, very much gives me Watch Dogs vibes. And specifically, I would say Watch Dogs 1, which is not a bad thing. Watch Dogs 1 has aged extremely well. I love that game now. I actually didn't like that game when it came out. I really, really like that game now. And honestly, the car stuff is pretty good. Now, it's not just driving. The Watch Dogs has a little bit more to it when you're in the car, right, in terms of hacking. But in terms of, again, the lighting, the positioning, some of the visual kind of stuff, very much gave me, at least, I don't know about anybody else, but it gave me Watch Dogs vibes, which is fine. But, it also kind of needs more, and the entire game needs more. And again, when I go online and I complain about this or I bring it up, or, there's accounts that are just following this game, which I can appreciate, I can respect, because I want this game to be good. You want these kind of, as I've said before, these studios that are formed from people that are veterans of other places, which this is a great example of that, right? You want that kind of stuff to succeed. Sometimes that stuff beats the original stuff. Sometimes that stuff can kind of carve out its own path. Oftentimes, though, it ends up being a cheap imitation of where they came from. And I'm not convinced that this is going to be something special. And it should be, or it at least should be above average. This thing is just not giving me anything. And it's simply, it's kind of for two reasons, right? I don't know, I get a little bit aggressive because I go aggressively on both points. One, why are you not talking about this more, right? Comes out in a month and we've got nothing. And I'm willing to say the word nothing because it's just not acceptable, the amount of stuff that we've gotten, to the point that people don't even know that it's coming out next month, okay? So that's the first part. And I would be aggressive on that, where it's why? Why are we in this situation? But the second part I would be aggressive on, I've been aggressive maybe online a little bit towards it, is people that say, well, just wait because, what they might show might be incredible. I would like to shoot back at that or clap back, whatever the phrase is nowadays. I'd like to go back on that because I don't really agree with that either, because I do and that's the tough thing. It's they haven't shown enough, and it's bewildering, but at the same time, I might actually know why they're not showing enough or anything, because they don't really have a lot to show. What we have seen has been massively underwhelming. It is as simple as that. It doesn't look terrible. It just looks like it's a cheap imitation of something better. That's all. That's literally it. That doesn't make it a terrible game, but also when you're trying to come out, a couple, 2 days, 3 days, I don't even remember when the Switch 2, maybe June 5th, it's coming out a few days after a freaking Nintendo console, okay? Comes out in the same month as Death Stranding and Rematch, which I really think is going to be a big hit, the soccer game. There's a lot in June. June also is Summer Game Fest and the Xbox event, which, by the way, I think those are directly around it. Summer Game Fest might be 3-4 days before it. There's a lot of things in June. Also, it's the summer and people go outside. I don't, but other people do. And I respect that. But it's like, you know what I mean? You've got to stand out. And I do understand that, like, you know, first games can sometimes be rough. First games are learning opportunities to do better things in the future. But here's the thing, right? This is that game. And like, I feel like the origin story of this game is kind of important because, correct me if I'm wrong, aren't they building like some sort of like engine base, like everything is encapsulated in this one thing? And this game, I get the feeling this game is not even a game. I get the feeling that I think it's called Everywhere. I think that's the name of it. But it's like this entire engine type thing, right? Where you can do kind of anything inside it. And this to me is I feel this is going to be very much like a tech demo to show parts of what their overall system can do. Not necessarily a video game, but more like we have this entire project and it's cool and it's coming along. We want to show it off, but we also like need to make money and we're a new studio. So we need to make a game from that, but we really do not have a game. But here's what we do have, and it's called Mindseye. That's the sense that I get. And that, you know, that's not even a more fancy way because I botched my way through that entire part, but I think that's a more like sophisticated way of explaining what I just said a few minutes ago, where it's just simply, I think what they have is not a lot, and I think they probably know that. This is probably more of like, okay, here's factually, you know, what's going on. No, I guess we don't know that factually, but I think we will. I really feel like we're going to find out in the next month what in God's name is going on. And as I said last time, and I'll continue to say it, I don't care how aggressive I'm being. I don't think I'm doing it disrespectfully. I want the game to be good. As I keep saying, I want these projects to be something that are cool. I will eat my words if it's good. Like I do not root for games failure for 99.9% of video games. Okay, I want games to be good. I want products that I will enjoy. I love 1,000 different types of games. Like I would like to want this. I would like to get this game. And I'm not rooting against it. I don't know. I'm sitting in this chair and I'm sitting here right now and I'm thinking the game just doesn't have anything. And I just can't believe it. I really cannot believe that they are about to go out there with 1 month to go. And we've got and even if it changes tomorrow, the next day, what is that going to really do? Like, is that really going to help the game? I don't know. And I at the same, again, I go back and forth. Like, they need to show more, but at the same time, like, not only will they, like, or question, will they show more? But then also, like, well, what would that actually do? Because what if what they show isn't even all that good, right? Maybe there's a reason they're not showing a lot. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I find this to be just one of the weirdest stories and like, it's not a scam. We're not talking about, remember Abandoned? That was a fun time. I genuinely mean that. That was a fun time. We've been scammed before. The day before, whatever the Steam game was. Like, there's been games that have been, you know, broadcasted out there that it's a thing and it's not really a thing. I think this is a video game. I just don't know how much of a video game it is. So I don't think it's a scam. I don't think this game is going to be outright terrible, but something is going on. Like, legitimately, something is off. You don't get this all that often. Like, this is a weird story, and that's why I'm attracted to it, because I like weird things out there. But I don't know. It just feels off to me. You let me know if you feel the same. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.